All right, good morning, YouTube. As you can see, my CF Moto U-Force 1000 is on the trailer, so bear with me. But we're going to go over this supperATV poly windshield. It's been fairly good for me. I haven't had a whole lot of issues with it. Did some improvements, did some adjusting, and that was all good. But it's done pretty good. I haven't lost any of these bolts around the whole thing. The hinges seem to be quiet. They're holding up good. Ethan, stop. I have no real complaints. I was able to do some little modifications with the windshield wipers. I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, it's holding up pretty good. Poly windshields are prone to scratching. We all know this. Pardon the dust. I've been doing nothing but moving dirt in this powdered dirt with my tractors. You can see the tracks there. Just back and forth around this. But yeah, as far as the windshield goes, I don't have any big issues with it at all. Hey, Easton, can you pop it? Yeah. So yeah, Easton, he's going to pop the inside here. Push hard. Yeah, as you can tell, it's a little hard for a 6-year-old to open maybe, but these guys, you know, I don't have any complaint. I was a little concerned about these wallering out and not holding this latch very well, but they seem to be doing really good a year later, so that's good. Shocks are clearly doing their job because it's hard to lift, huh, Easton? Mm-hmm. I will say one of these shocks, and I believe it's this one. Yeah, no. Anyways, one of them lost a little C-clamp in here, and so it tends to pop off, and I think it's that one. But you can just pop it back on. No big deal. I just haven't gotten around to fixing it because I have other projects. But it, other than that, it's strong, you know. So one thing that I realized here, let's see, do that, E. Yeah, you know. Easton can do it. Anybody can do it. One of the things I did realize when I got it was how bad I needed windshield wipers. I went on a cat hunt and it was doing nothing but raining and snowing. And I was literally out here trying to scrape it with a snow scraper. It was, so yeah, that's the weapon I used. So I went online and immediately bought on Amazon, and they're all probably made the same place, whatever. I just picked the one I thought was going to work the best and put these in here. So what I did to do that was I just picked one of these screws here and said, okay, you're coming out. I had to bore this out with a step bit by like one size, I think it was, maybe two, and tighten this down. Now, I think Easton already did it, but I will say, because it's poly, do not, as I fall off the trailer, do not operate those with a dirty windshield because you will scratch it. Oh, Easton. Yeah. So, they do swing nearly 180 degrees. So this little line right here in the middle will go away. Passenger operates that one. I operate this one. And just a little tuk-tuk back and forth and you're good to go. Yeah, and hand towels. So that's what the poly windshield has done for me. I like it. I think it's, for what it is, a poly windshield, I would suggest it. Now, I'm not too happy with supperATV right now. However, I do not recommend these doors. I loved these doors, and there's a past tense there. But right here, these brass hinges shear off, and that's why I don't have doors on the front too. Still have the doors, but that's a whole nother video that I've already kind of half made. So don't get me started on this stupid thing, because I just blew the motor the second time out here because of this powder dirt. So not too happy with all that, but as far as the windshield goes, that seems to be working. Yeah, but anyways, there was a comment left on a page of mine about this, and they wanted a review of this Poly Super ATV windshield, and I'm super sorry I could not find your comment to find your name, but this is a review I'm giving it. If you have a running machine that wants to go outside and you don't mind cleaning it on the fairly regular, especially in the dirt, to keep it from scratching, I would suggest this. Now, would I get this over a glass one? If you have the money, depending on what you're doing, I would say get the glass. The reason is just everything you hit, a branch, dirt, having your 6-year-old wiper it when it's full of dust, it's gonna scratch. I don't have any scratches on there right now, and I've been pleasantly surprised about that. Nothing big to report, but when I see a branch that's gonna hit it and, you know, out hunting or whatever, I go slow and kind of help that branch around if I can, just because I don't want it to scratch. But keeping the wind out, keeping the rain out, and keeping your eyes protected from rock debris, from people throwing rock in front of you or splashing in mud or whatever, mud or water, it did its job. And it did its job for a lot less than buying a glass windshield. So if you're in the market for a poly windshield, I highly suggest this. Don't expect a lot of help from supperATV. They're kind of on my list right now, but not too happy with them. So there's that. But
also, you do not even want to watch the windshield because we want to replace it, so I'd rather get a glass one probably.
Yeah, you can replace this. I mean, if you had to, you could go and find some big part of plexiglass, take this one out, tinsel out the cut it, and then re-screw it in. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got a poly, is so that I could do that, or had the option, and it wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. So that's one of the pros. As far as washing it, take a hose, a pressure washer, soap and water, hand towels, whatever you do, make sure you do it when it's moist. You don't want to do that super dry for obvious reasons of scratching. But yeah, I've had zero complaints with it. That windshield stays up when you're riding, unless you hit a pretty decent whoopty or a ditch or whatever. It can slam shut. But I've driven 25 miles an hour with that thing open and didn't hardly move. I mean, as far as that goes, that it's strong. It did the job. So back windshields, very, very similar. Again, supperATV back windshield. The weather stripping is doing okay. This is probably the worst spot, and that might be my doing. I may have gotten that a little too tight when I was tapping that in with a rubber mallet. I'll take that one, but the rest of them look super good. I put the seam at the bottom to allow water to escape out there. But yeah, again, if you got any questions, please comment, like, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I need to make a video on why this died again. I have just over 15,000 miles on it, or 1,500 miles on it, and it's a 2024, and engine number 2 gone. So not loving that. Easton found some ammo, which is always needed in this thing. Loved it until it didn't work anymore. Now I'm either out $5,000 or a whole machine. I haven't decided yet. But windshield, pretty good for a poly. Not gonna lie. Thanks, YouTube. God bless y'all.
Yes.